You already in the video.
Oh, hey guys!
Okay, let me ask you this. What's the best part of this house you like it? You still have to think?
There's too many things.
Patience, bro.
Okay, all right, okay. Okay, bro. With all due respect.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special up close and personal episode of With All Due Respect. I'm Claudia. This is Jas. And today we're gonna start with your new venture that you've launched actually this month.
Yes.
You wanna walk us through it a little bit?
Oh, well, I already did the promotion video.
We have a lot of videos on this already.
Yeah, there are going to be people either going to be blocking me or they're going to get sick of me, but they cannot ignore me on that side. So that's what I wanted it.
And so for
I wanted
those...
to put it loud out there because I waited for this for last, if not more than 2 years, at least 2 years. Mm-hmm. And this was my next dream project. I wanted to do it.
Oh my God.
Yes, I was just hesitant initially whether I'm ready for it, and then I decided, you know what, let's do it. Might I'm going to fail in it, not a big deal. It's not the first thing I have failed in it. I failed in a lot of my things in my life, and this could be one of the things, but if it works, it would be great. Mm-hmm. And I don't know yet how it is going to go further, but what I can tell you is I will put my more than 100% into this, and I don't see the reason why it won't be succeed.
Okay, but now before we go too far, for those that are strictly Spotify and Apple Music or just strictly our podcast listeners, can you explain what this venture is?
Oh, it's a custom house. We built it in White Rock, and it's almost 9,000 square feet. 89, 90 something.
No, not this project. I mean your business.
Oh, the business. Okay, sorry. So the business is about building custom homes.
Yes.
And any construction projects, whether it can be a commercial in terms of building offices, all those things, anything related to construction. Not taking small renovation projects, but anything related to construction. Yeah, that's what the OBERIZON Homes is all about, going to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it is. Custom homes.
And what do they do you feel like is different from whatever every other competitor is doing out there right now?
I would say I won't say completely that I'm competing with someone or I'm trying to be beating off somebody else. I felt like there was something missing in terms of custom homes. And honestly, I don't know the reason why it was there, like why we were just doing kind of until now, I still have it, the same thing, feel in the market. Being a realtor, I have the opportunity to go around with a lot of homes and see all those homes. And when the people were saying and they were feeling a pride about it, which they should as a homeowner, nothing wrong with it. But when they say, oh, this is a custom home built, I don't see anything which is different than the other house around the corner. It's the same spec.
It looks exactly the same.
Just because you built it doesn't mean it's a custom and the builder builds it 7-8 homes. So far, what's the industry norm is, if a builder builds 5-6 homes in a row, it's called spec homes.
Okay.
Like every home is next to each other or same.
Yeah, it's more or less the same.
Yeah. If you buy a lot and then you hire a builder and that builder builds for you, it's a custom. To some extent, it means until they start building it, because I find it the floor plans are same like the spec home is. Might be the color of the kitchen cabinet could change. Some minor things here and there can change it, but overall it was same. Not much change in it. And then I said, we can do much better than this. We can. And whenever I was talking to the people in the construction industry that we can do something better, oh no, Jas, nobody's going to pay you that much. Or nobody understand that concept here. It's not the concept what you have it in India. They start comparing it from India. Maybe you have a different experience coming up from there, or to European countries, it's a different thing. No, it's nothing different. Just because you never tried it and you feel like you don't want to try it, it's different, or it cannot be done. It can be done. It's just you have to think out of the box. Or for that matter, I always say this, for me, when I think I don't see any box there. I wanted to go as far as I can to exceed my limitations. I wanted to push myself. And that's how I have done it so far in my life. Not only with this project, for everything in my life I have done so far. I have pushed my limits, and I wanted to keep, I don't see any reason why I would have stopped here and not push myself. I'm going to build more homes. And I try to live up to the expectations of not anybody else but my own, because as you know, working with me from last almost 2 years now, I set
Almost
up.
2 years. It's
Yes.
long past
Oh, is
2 years
it?
now.
Sorry.
It's been past
sorry.
2 years.
Sorry. Excuse my ignorance on
We're
that
going
side.
on
Okay.
3.
Oh, that's surprise to me. Someone has been working. You, the longest person, has worked with me. Yeah. So yeah, being almost 3 years now, you're working with me, and I feel like I have a high expectations from myself, not from anybody else, and I try to live up to those expectations, and I always keep raising the bar. What's next? What next? I can do more, and I love when they doubt me and say you cannot do this. I said, okay, this is what I wanted it to be, as a motivation to prove it that I can do it. If someone else can do it, I can do it too. That's how simple thing is, right?
So how
Yeah.
do you so I know you've mentioned that you've wanted to do this for what was it, the past 2 years now?
Yeah.
So how do you feel like now that you have 2 businesses to take care of, how are you going to juggle that? Because you're not slacking in any way on your real estate front, and now I know for a fact that you do have projects rolling in on this OBERIZON side. So what are you going to do?
So what happens is, Claudia, this is how I think, and I do things. I'm not a guy who's gonna do all of a sudden something and drop it, not doing it. One day, you may have come across with the people, charge up on Monday, listening to one motivational video that I'm gonna kill the world. I'm gonna fucking do everything what needs to be, and come Wednesday and Thursday, morale is going down, and Friday, all done. No, I would not charge up by watching one video or 10 videos or 50 videos. I'll think about it and strategize everything. And then when I feel like, okay, I'm ready for it, I'll give my 110%. Not 100%, 110%. Not all the things, as I said it before, to all the things I've been doing it, I've been successful. But so far it's been okay. 8 out of 10 things I've been successful. So that's not a bad thing. And I always being thinking like that. Mindset is always being, I'm a very positive guy. I don't give excuses for my failures. I owe them, and I say, yeah, I have done it. I did blunders also in my life, and I'm maybe going to be doing tomorrow too. Another one blunder could be the blunder too for me, doing it.
With this as in...
It could be, it can backfire to me and say that, oh, he was not meant for this, and he did it, and he lost so much money into it because I'm going to construct homes too. It could be. But who knows? But if it works for me, there's no looking back. That's how I back up myself. What are the odds of getting myself failed in it? I know the basics. I have the team with me. I have the knowledge. I have the skills. And I have, above all in that, I enjoy what I'm doing. I don't see chances of me getting failed. And if I failed, I don't have a fear of getting failed. I come from the play, like, I have seen the life so low in my real, like where I come from, what I have been through. These failures not going to take me back. Oh no, I don't want to do this. Most of the time people, what happen is they make up a strategy and they don't pass on to that strategy for long because they have the fear in their mind of failure. I don't have that. Because I've been through that already. I'm done and dusted with this, get on with it. Worst case, it's not going to be anything bad than I don't have money to feed myself, because I've seen those days in my life. So it's not going to be the bad than that. And that's what I remind myself. I don't have to take anybody else's acknowledgement for that. Whether you can do it, yes, you need it as a human sometimes. A pep talk, you can say, people around you who push you when you feel low. But anybody else, then, like, you don't need it, to shake you up. Okay, come on, do it. Because no matter how many times I shake you, Claudia, you're going to be what you're going to be doing it. It's your mindset. I can do a counseling with you. I can teach you. I can be doing endless things with you. But end of the day, Claudia, you're going to do what you feel like from inside. And what I feel like from inside is, I can do this. If someone else can do it, I can do it. Same thing as the real estate business. When I started it, nobody gave me the chance being... Not at least one of the top realtors, I can say it today, I am in town. And nobody gave me the chance of having that, talking to the people when I came into this industry, for whatever reasons they were thinking of it. And it never bothered me because I was not listening to them, what they think about me. Some said it's a fluke, he's a new guy. 1 year was good because the market was busy when I became a realtor. Then next year they said, oh, he knows somebody, that's why he got it. He's having a client from the restaurant business, all that shit, they were people saying. It didn't bother me at all because I knew what I'm doing it and what is my capability is. So that's how I started this venture is that I know I can do something. This industry is such a vast industry, it's a big industry, bigger than real estate actually. Real estate in terms of being a realtor, selling homes. This industry is so big. There's endless opportunities in this industry and I can see, okay, I can do wonders in this business. Let's see where it takes me.
Do you feel like you starting off going into OBERIZON and construction developments, all these things, do you feel like you starting off here and now is in a better position already than when you were starting out in real estate or as a realtor?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
More financial stability, more sense of the industry. That's what comes to when you ask me, oh, why you started now? Because I was not ready for it a few years ago. When I did my real estate also, I didn't do it right away when I came to Canada.
Fair.
It was back of my mind that I want to do it, but it took me about 7-8 years to become a realtor afterwards since I landed to Canada because I was not ready for that. And I didn't want to do it just because someone else is being successful. I wanted to say, okay, whether I will be successful, whether I will be able to give my 100% into it. Same thing with this project venture. I feel like, yes, I can give my 100% to it because now I have a team with me and they're great people. Building your first project and for me, it's a big project. Put a lot of investment into it. Be able to be successful in it in your first project. Did I do any mistakes in this? Yes, I did a lot of mistakes in this, but I overcome with it. I didn't drop the ball and left it in middle of the project, said I cannot do it because one side the real estate was so booming. I have team to handle, then I have to do this too.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I was pushing my limits because it kind of, blessing in disguise. My health, I was not able to focus on my health before I started this project.
Wait, you weren't?
No, I wasn't. In 2020, I started this project in the middle of the COVID, right? I purchased the land and I started this.
Oh, yeah.
And then I realized that, okay, what is taking back on me is because I have to wake up early in the morning to go to the construction site, spend some time there, then go to the team, office meetings, handling real estate business every day, and then coming back later in the day to construction site. What you needed at the most you needed is your health favoring you. And how it can favor you? You have to go to gym, eat healthy food. And that's what I started at. I stopped sleeping at 2 o'clock at night, sleeping at 10 o'clock at night.
I'm sorry, I've never known a version. Well, actually, yes. I know you during like Fridays or like dinner events or party events, you do like you stay out until like 2. But I've never known you were regularly you were
I was.
out.
Before
That's surprising.
COVID, before COVID, I used to sleep at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, eating popcorns and watching Netflix movie like any other guy you can come across with it. And I felt like, okay, if I'm going to be having such much, and it was not like my wife told me, my kids told me, or my friend told me, Jas, you have to do this. I analyzed myself, okay, what I need to do to be doing another venture, which is such a big project for me to do it. And I wanted to have this successfully done. These small things makes a huge impact in your life that I changed the strategy. Okay, I have to sleep early. It was difficult for me to do that because I was doing it from last 10 years, sleeping at 2 o'clock at night. Being in a restaurant business, we were used to it and waking up late at 10 o'clock in the morning. But during that transition, I felt like, oh, this is not only helping me to focus on my construction projects, but overall also my health is good. I can focus more on to real estate side. I'm half of the things have been done by the time pretty much the whole world wakes up. I used to wake up at 6. Now I wake up at 6:30 or 7. But that time I used to wake up at 6 o'clock, go to gym, come back by 7:30, do all the emails for the construction sites because construction starts at 8:30, emailing to the cities, contacting to the contractors and everything, and then going back to real estate by 10 o'clock and managing everything with the real estate and then coming back at 6 to the construction site to feel what is going on. Yes, but coming back again, team was a big help for me. I would have never able to finish this project if I wasn't having a team. So everything was planned accordingly that I wanted to get a team. during the COVID, I said, okay, this is the time I wanted a team
you
because I
started
wanted to do a
hiring
construction.
everyone at
Yes.
once.
That's how you started. You pick people, you hire a bunch of people, and you pick the best out of them and let the other people leave. I'm not saying they were not good. They were good, but we were not meant for each other. There was no connectivity. We felt, okay, I wish good luck to them. They are doing awesome in their life, whatever they're doing it. But we were not meant for each other, and that's all it was. It didn't mean that I would be, again, dropping my plan. I would never do that, and I'm still during the now my next project is already started in Cloverdale. One I'm doing it in White Rock. I'm very excited to do those things too, and now actually people who are surrounded by around me, they have expectations from me, or the project I'm doing in Cloverdale have an expectation because I have made up a benchmark now.
Yep.
And I have to be having that pressure now. Previously, I wasn't having any pressure because it was my first project. Everybody was giving me a benefit of doubt. It's a new project for him. It's the first thing for do. Now they wanted to, okay, was it a fluke? Just like real estate. First year of my real estate was awesome. And they think, okay, was it a fluke? Or is here in this industry for long? Same thing in the construction. Just building one house was a fluke, or is he going to be doing this consistently? And that's what I wanted to do it. Consistently, I wanted to deliver the same product or a better product every time I do something. So yeah, that's pretty much I felt like OBERIZON was made for. The timing was right. I felt this is when I should start it and do it.
It seemed like everything you set out a plan like ages and ages ago, and now I can't believe that it took you like 2 years to see everything come so far, I guess.
Yeah, because you have to make a plan. If there's no plan, two things are very important to do it in any business: plan and execution.
Okay.
Plan was there, have a team, yes. And then once your team is established, then you can slowly divert to another side. Because on your own, you cannot do it. So how I started the plan is hired a team. Then I was with the team for a year to make sure who are the right people in my team fit in. They can run my business even if I'm not around. They can run my business without any compromises on the type of service I want to give it to my client, because for me, my client is a priority. I wanted to keep it that way. So that's what was it. And then I felt, okay, this is how it's going so far good. Now do it. What happens is people, when they look up to these things, they feel like, oh, this guy's been so lucky. Or whatever the reason, they feel like what he's doing, how he's doing it. They don't understand there was a plan behind it. It started from when I started thinking of having a team. I wrote it down on paper, what it needs to be to handle another project, another thing I wanted to do it, other beside real estate, selling real estate. Who gonna run my business then? Team. The answer was team. You have to do a team. They run your business. One is gonna help them, you to do another venture. Second, your business can grow. Now my business has grown actually 5 times than what I was having it, because I have 5 realtors. Everybody is doing their own job in their own capacity. I can handle 6 clients at one time compared to 1 client at one time, because I can do only 1 client, entertain it, and 1 day today. Like if giving example to is easy languages, if I have to show 6 clients a home at the same time, I cannot.
The same weekend, you can't.
I cannot, but now I can. So that's how I say it's times 5 or times 6.
I see.
If I count myself. So that's, I felt, okay, not only it's giving me the opportunity to start another venture, but it's giving me the opportunity to grow my business. And with the blessing of God and obviously the support of my clients, as they have always done it, I have no complaints from the business. I know the market has slowed down, but I don't have that fear in my mind that, oh, my business is going to be slowing down too, or I will be out of the business. If I will be out of the business, the whole world will be out of the business. That's how confident I am in real estate is. That, okay, no matter what, my real estate business is not going to slow down in any terms. I trust my clients. They're never going to say that I don't want to work with you. And they only will feel about that is when there's a compromise on my service. And that's what I don't want, will ever do it. Not compromising on my service. Yeah.
I guess if you're so secure with real estate and you're confident on the real estate side of the business and stuff, what were some of the difficulties and the challenges that you had? Like what made you nervous about going into the construction end of things or the development end of things?
It's I was ready, but it's again, I'm a human too.
No,
I have that,
obviously,
right?
yes.
There's a fear always going to be. There will be some butterflies in your stomach because it's a huge investment for me to do it, and doing my own first house, and people will doubt you. Not any other people. Forget about the trade people were talk. I was having so much hard time.
Really?
Yeah, dealing with trade people, not in terms of they're not showing up, telling them the designs what I want to do it, and some people told me on my face, but like candidly they said, Jazz, are you out of your mind? You don't need to spend that much money to do this. I said, you don't need to spend money. You can still do it in the same budget, but have to be smart how to do it. Use your resources. There are certain things you can do it. It's not only about spending money per square foot on the house. I've done it in any other house builder says they will build the homes for. This house been built under that price range too. So it's not like over the board I have gone it and I have done it. Only thing is I was doing the same thing in a different way.
Do you have any examples?
Examples you can say it is okay, pay like chandeliers and all these things. These are I have sourced this from overseas. Here you won't find these designs.
Okay. And what were they saying?
Oh, they were saying once I did it, then they felt, oh, he has actually done it. You have to do it to show them this can be done. And I feel like I'm glad actually they don't feel like that or they don't think like that. And I'm doing it. It works in my favor. If everybody's going to start thinking like me, then it will be a problem.
Then you wouldn't have business.
Yeah, exactly. I don't wanted them to think like me. I always feel like there must be something in there. How those big industries, these big companies are doing it. Just because they're doing it and the excuse I get it or the answer I get it from them, oh, they have been in this business for 50 years. So what? But one day they have started, or their father or the grandfather.
What happened to 50 years and one day ago?
Yeah, exactly. Somebody started at some point of time. And I can do the same thing. And when I say that, they say, no, now the industry has changed. There's so much competition. I said, same stories were that time too. So it's all in excuses. Just because you don't want to do it, or you don't have a knowledge or the skill you want it. You're confident, whatever reason is, and then you start finding excuses. That, because no. And if this person is doing it, there must be something wrong. There's something fishy. Just like real estate. People say like, oh, Jan's got so much of a success.
That's a con man right there.
He's
that's
a con man.
Joke.
Yeah, he's
that's
doing something
trick.
which is not legit. He's doing 100% something which is not legit.
You can't be successful regularly. There's a trick in there. I don't
there's a
believe
trick.
it.
There is a trick. I'm very disciplined in my life and hardworking. I have worked in my whole life. Since I was 18, I started working, and until literally a year ago, I was working like 7 days a week. Now only work 5 days a week. I wanted to go 3 days a week now. So I know my real estate business is autopilot. Once this business goes more autopilot, after a few years, I know will go to.
How long do you predict that the OBERIZON is going to take?
I don't wanted to say that on camera, but yeah, it will be. I'm confident. I will able to do. Yeah, it will be coming up. I'm working on that side now, where I can have more easy life. I spend time on weekend no matter what happens. On Saturday, Sundays, I don't even remember when was the day I worked on Saturday, Sundays. It's been more than a year or so. Actually, even more than a year, I think. 2 years maybe? Yeah, I think so.
So
Never
like when I joined, so before I joined.
Kind of, yes.
Around the time.
Here and there I work maybe for an hour. I don't count it as a work. I have to see a client. Most of the time I tell clients, and the clients like they're fine with that. And I feel like I have earned that confidence from my client, or actually have gained trust with my client in the sense is that they are okay with saying, when my clients say, can we meet on Saturday or Sunday, I say, is it okay we meet on Monday or whatever day I'm available? They are okay with that. Because from last 6 years, I have built that relation and trust with them, or reputation in the market. Even the new person comes to me and asks me, if I'm providing enough value to them, they will wait. And there's no point of working like a donkey. Excuse my language, that's literally the word is donkey. You don't want it to work. Yes, you work for first 5, 3, 4, whatever time you feel like, but not for the whole rest of your life. No. What's the point of working like that?
You work hard to set it up.
Yeah, you work hard. The business is like a baby. You know, it's born. You're feeding them 6 times a day. Then you go 4 times, then 3. And then 2, and then more afterwards,
Sure.
once the toddler goes to be a kid and the kid to be a teenager, and once they are adult, they can do whatever they want to do, or they're on their own. Same thing like a business is.
Okay.
Yes.
I've never had a baby, so I just have to.
I
just
have
Yeah,
two,
I
so
know.
I can tell you.
I know you have
Right.
two.
Yes. I can tell you, right? Yes, you will feel like once they start running on their own, you don't have to be that much of a fear.
Okay.
Right. Business is just like that. You have to put.
Businesses are just new babies.
Yes, it will be a foolishness of me expecting a construction business running on its own,
Okay.
and expecting, okay, I don't go to the site because I will take off and not focus onto it, and it will still run. No, you have to establish it. You have to have a good team under the construction site too, which I feel like I will able to do it.
Okay. So for now that you finished up with your latest project and you have multiple on the way, so how much, because, okay, you've mentioned before that you didn't just do one thing or another. So how much of the project did you have a hand in?
Complete from
Completely,
the scratch.
everything.
Whether people trust me or not, whether they feel like it's real or he's faking it, I'm saying it on record. There was no interior designer. If there was someone, please can say that, oh, he's lying, I did it, or I built it. No interior designer was hired, nothing. It's, as I said, I enjoy doing it, and I designed every bit of it. And why I feel pride about saying this is I feel proud about it, because it was not like something I'm being a professional and handing over the CAD drawings to you. Here are the architectural drawings. Yes, there was a floor plan done by the designer, but I told him what kind of a floor plan I wanted it. I was very much, and he also said, oh, you wanted, for instance, I only have 3 bedrooms upstairs. He said, oh, you only going to be having a 3 bedroom, such a big house, we're building it. I said, yeah, that's all I needed, because I have 2 kids and
That's
one
it.
wife.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not having a plan to have another wife or a kid. So I would have another bedroom there. Nothing, right?
Sure.
So that's what I'm saying. Is just jokes apart. Like I feel like everything was done from scratch. It was on a piece of paper, drawn with the pen, picking up the pictures from Google, assembling them together, and telling one picture, like putting up 10 pictures together, and telling the interior designer or the planners, no, this is some part of this, some part of this, some part of this, and that's how I wanted one design of the kitchen. They were saying, okay, it's not going to look nice. I've never seen it. I said, just do it. What I'm saying it. I get it. What you're saying. With all due respect, just do it. Trust me. Hey, yeah, it was my baby, and I started, and I feel like, okay, it has come up so nice. People have appreciated whosoever has watched our videos, and the people I met, whosoever on the street also. What's funny is that my neighbors, everyone, they love it, and you feel good about when you have put so much hard work behind a project and people appreciate it, how it has come. Then you feel like it was worth it, and I said, okay, that's it. This is all I needed. It was it. People appreciated it, and no stopping now. I'm gonna do more projects.
So you really
100%.
put it from like the land to the foundation to the
You name it, anything and
infrastructure, the
everything.
interior design, everything.
Your kitchen behind, flooring, anything you name it.
So,
But I want to mention it. I was having a very good trade people also in this project who did the awesome job. My finisher, my kitchen people. Some of the trade people were not good too. I had a bad experience working with them. My
Okay.
plumber was not good.
Ooh.
But what I'm saying is there will always be some bad and good people.
and then now
Leave
you
the
know.
bad people, pick up the good people,
Yep.
move another project, and try to add similar kind of people in those.
Yep.
And you have a strong team once. So
Okay.
that's what you built up the relations with, right?
Okay.
And yeah, that's what is my plan was it. So far it's been succeed. Let's see where it takes me.
So can we expect this level of care for like the next projects that you have, your Cloverdale one, your
Yes.
other White Rock one?
My
your-
main goal is to be actually not building many homes for other people.
Oh, okay.
Build my own homes and sell it. Under OBERIZON,
Okay.
building my own homes and selling it. As maybe one house in a year, 2 houses in a year. Something different. And I'm confident that whether it's a slow market or busy market, if you're giving a good product to the people, it will always sell. If I have to sell this house, I don't see any reason whether in this slow dead market also I would not able to sell it. I know I will able to sell it
Well,
for
absolutely.
the
It's
price what I wanted it. People will pay it as long as they see the value in it and it's something different you're providing it. And that's what my goal is. I will be picking up some clients here, but very selective people. As you, Claudia, already know, it's not easy to work with me. and I'm not used to taking instructions.
Oh,
So
no.
it will be very
Oh, no.
difficult for me to work with. Not saying
no.
anything about them, they are difficult or anybody. It's just me.
That is
But
correct.
yeah, but I can tell you one thing
That's
is
right.
if someone hires me to construct a house, yes, I will be charging a handsome fee on it. But I can tell one thing for sure. If they pay me something, I will make sure they save double the amount of what they're paying me, if not more. And we can have that in contract saying it, okay, when they're constructing the home. Because I have those connections outside Canada where we can import things and get them for cheaper or the same price what you can get it here for. But the quality and the finishing would be 10 times, if not more, better than that.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Well, that's exciting.
Yes.
Okay, so before we wrap things up for this episode, I do want to ask, so if imagine if I were a buyer, or if I were a client and
Yes.
I wanted to construct a house with you, could you walk me through what that construction process would be like, and what would you be like telling to me?
Oh, it's a lot of things in this process. You start with the buying a land or a house which can be demolished. Then you apply for the permits. You have to hire a planner, a house planner. You have to hire another professionals like mechanical engineer. If there's a pumps going on the site, there's so many things. Land surveyor, you need to be hiring it. Structural engineer. Then you have to have excavation people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, framer. There's so many things. Give or take about, they say as that about give or take 40 people come and go out from your house. And it can be overwhelming for a person who don't know what they're doing it.
Yes.
And then also can be very costly too.
Okay.
Because construction business is like this, building a home is like that. If it goes sideways, it can bite you really badly because one, you not only, your house is not finished, you're paying mortgage on it, and bank is not going to let you go without paying the mortgage, or they give you a deadline also that you have to finish the house in 1 year or 1.5 years.
Oh, wait, did they actually?
They do.
Oh.
They do. Yes, they do. They will give you some leverage later on. If it is not completed in 1 year, you say, okay, I need 3-4 months here and there, that's fine. But you cannot sit on it for next 5 years and not build it because it's a construction mortgage.
Okay.
Once your house is built, it's going to be a residential mortgage later on. It will
Okay.
convert it back to residential mortgage. So there's a time period they wanted you to be finishing the house with.
Okay.
So that's why it is very timely sensitive matter too, because time is money and money is everything.
So if I had, like, for example, like 5 million, and I wanted this, like, my dream house to be like the land purchased and like the house built and moved in within like a year,
It's possible.
it's possible.
It's possible, but
Okay.
I won't say that 100% can be doable. Depends on the city permits. Once the city permit is done,
Okay.
then yes.
Okay.
Because,
So a large amount of like the wait time is
wait
the
time
city
with the
permit.
city permits.
Okay.
Yeah, city permits are going to be delaying it. Most of the time is going to be spent there. Constructing a house is not going to take that long.
How long does just the construction process maybe
6
take?
to 8 months.
6 to 8 months only?
6 to 8 months. Yeah, it's
wow.
not that long. I tell you, this house was built in like almost year and a half. But in that year and a half, I didn't do anything on this side for good 4 months.
Yeah,
From
that's right.
from December to March. Because market was so hot, I couldn't give a time. So I said, rather than compromising on certain things, just lock up the site, not doing anything.
Okay.
So 11 months in a custom built house, because custom built means there's so many things was getting customized. Like my flooring was having the same color like my kitchen cabinetry, so
Yeah.
those things takes time to sample it.
You had
The
things like
things
that
were coming from
dyed and-
overseas, different cities, countries, China, India, Germany. So those things takes time. It's not going to be overnight. You can get those things done, right? So that side, doing everything 1.5 year it took me to build a 8,200 square feet construction livable area. If it is a smaller house, obviously it's going to take less time.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
fair. What if it's a
But if
bigger
you have a
house?
5 million, you can build a mansion.
Okay, so if I have 5 million, what could I potentially flip it for in a year?
That depends on the market, right? That's a very tricky question. I cannot
Okay.
tell you how
What
much
if it
you
was
can-
okay? So like last year, I had 5 million. What could I flip it for today?
You don't need 5 million to build a house.
Okay,
Like a 8,000 square feet house, honestly, you don't build. You don't
Okay,
need
but
to.
like, what kind
So,
of house
why
could
don't
I
you?
build
Okay,
with 5
if you
million?
have purchased
Okay.
something like this last year
Okay.
and built it,
okay,
you could have ended up doing it for 3.5 million and sell it for 5 million. So 1.5 million, you would have made it. It makes
Okay.
sense. Like
Yeah.
if we do the numbers ways, yes.
So would you build it for people who, because I know you said you're very selective about your clients and you want to do your own selling and stuff. Would you build for a client who does just purely has the intention of just flipping homes?
Not really.
No.
I wanted to build homes for the people who don't have a time and energy to build it or experience to build it, but they have a dream to build a nice home. And I can be their answer, okay, this is the person we can go to. As long as they give me the free hand that, okay, you can do it. The way they have to trust my judgments and my design that, okay, what I'm going to, obviously I will be keeping them in a loop and showing them everything. I will be the point of contact, not dealing with any trade person, not dealing with anybody, cities or anything. I will be answering them or CC them in every email. The communication will be very good, efficient. And yeah, they can do, definitely, I will be building more homes for the people actually who's going to be living in them.
Okay.
Because if there's somebody who want to sell it, flip it, doesn't make sense to hire me. They can easily hire someone who's
Anybody else.
half the price than me or cheaper than me, right? No point of hiring me.
You're bougie.
No,
You
not
are
bougie. I'm feeling like it's a
pricey.
financial decision, right? It doesn't make sense for them.
Okay.
Telling a person that, okay, hire me and I make this fancy home, but they're not going to live in this. They want to sell it. Right? Like, put this fish tank as an example. I've spent so much money on it. Not a person who wants to sell the house will do it. Because financially it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
But for me, it makes sense because I wanted to have something different than a fireplace, the gas fireplace, because it's so common.
Actually, you just reminded me, in your first drawings, you did want a fireplace
It
there.
was a fireplace
Yeah,
and then
it
I
was a
changed it.
fireplace. I
So
just
this kind of a freedom I
remembered.
wanted, okay, something need to be changed, I can change it. It's a custom built. And then again, custom built by this big gallon of fish. Right now, we don't have many fishes because there's a water system. It runs a cycle. After that, you can have it. I could easily have 70 to 80 fishes. Imagine this tank is filled with 70 to 80 fishes.
Oh my God.
It will be a feature of the house.
You got
And
one
every dollar
story.
spent on it is worth it. It's more for what I'm trying to say, the people who wanted to hire me will be the most for the people who have a taste.
Yes.
Like,
Someone
not
who's
only
got-
about money.
A very clear idea of what they want.
They
the
wanted a
aesthetic,
taste, they wanted
their
aesthetics, not
lifestyle.
only about the money part.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
yeah, definitely we will keep a money check on too. As I said it, if they take my services or they hire me, I make sure it is under the budget and everything's, if they pay me what, I'll try to save at least double, if not more, than what they're paying me.
Okay.
Okay, on that note, I think this is good enough.
Yep.
We can finish up here. It's
Yep.
been a long podcast.
This has been I think one of our longest ones.
Yes.
No? Yes, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah.
Up there. But either way, this has been Claudia and
Jas?
thank you for joining us with
No, thank
all
you.
due
Thank you.
respect.
Yeah, thanks.
If you've made it this long, congratulations.
Yeah, you have a long patience.
Yeah.
Yes, great.
Like, I don't,
No,
like,
thank you.
I wouldn't have waited, but
Yeah.
anyways, we'll see you next time. And make sure that you're following both Jas Oberoi Group on our social media accounts, as well as now OBERIZON on all our other social media platforms. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. It's there. You can see our latest constructions, latest projects.
Yeah, we'll
and
keep
behind
you posted
scenes.
on those.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers. Take care. Thanks. cut a
Fish
bit.
is just still there. It just stays there.
Yeah.
It's the same fish.